Good morning, students. Am I audible? So, can we start our class? All of you are fine? Atif, can you switch on your audio and can you tell me everything is fine? Am I audible and visible? Okay, thank you so much. So, as we know that, how was your breakfast? Atif? Noor, did you like pasta or coffee and upma? Oh, sound is little bit less. Let me check. Now, am I properly audible? Oh, the combination was not good. You don't like the pasta and coffee and upma and sauce, or the bread and jam. Okay, so we will try to improve it. We will report TOD and they will try to improve the conditions, right? And according to the choice of the students, they will also give the priority. So, let me start the class. It might be boring for us sometime once we are starting directly the class. Am I right? Am I right? So, let me start the class with some interesting facts or the questions. Right? I want to know that your mother is cooking your food and serving the lunch and dinner, everything. Your father maybe or your mother will also maybe working somewhere. But I want to know that whatever the mother is doing for you, you are not giving back to her anything. But if the same task is done by any maid in your home, you are giving back to her some amount in terms of wages. Am I right? Why you are not giving back to mother? So the activities that is done by your mother, the same activities that is also doing by your maid for cooking or serving the food. But why you are not giving to your mother? She don't want? What you will say? Any one of you can switch on your audio and can you tell me quickly? Nidhish, Amir, Atif, am I audible? Yes. So can you? Yes. Can you tell me that activities the mother is doing, you are not paying to her for that? But if the same activities is done by your maid in your home, you are paying to her. Why is it so? Okay, let's start taking care of us. Okay. Let me ask some questions from the previous chapter. You may read about development, right? There are different criteria of development. Can you tell me that why the developmental goals is varying from person to person? Can you tell me any example? Why that different person's goal is varying from person to person? What is the reason? Okay. So do you think that is that in the same way the country's goal also varying from person to person? Okay. For example, can you tell me any example of any country or any individual's person that vary? No. What is your goal? Nidal, are you listening? Niranjan, are you listening me? Noor? CS Dev, what is your goal? Yes, can you tell me Niranjan, what is your goal? Can you switch on your audio? What is your goal? That I want to simply know. To football player, that's good, nice. And what about your friend's goal? CS Dev. Football player. But there are some maybe friends, those who don't want to become a football player. Oh, that's nice. Very good. And then that Amir later he will come in your game as a physician or as a doctor also. He will assist That's good. Interesting. So in this way, we can understand that each individual or each your friends have different goals. In the same way, the country also have different goals. But can you tell me that is there any criteria of measuring development? On what basis we are measuring the development of the country? Yes, for each individual. But on what basis we are measuring the development? What are the criteria of measuring development? We read in the yes, yes. Very good. Great. Great. Thank you. So we understood about that development in the previous chapter. I hope that all of you understood. But if again, if you have doubt, you may ask your question in the next class or once we will revise or recapitalize. Let me ask the question that I would like to ask some questions related to our practical life. For example, I want to know that who ploughed the field? Who ploughed the field? Noor, Niranjan, CS Dev, Aman. Any one of you? Am I audible? Yes. The farmer ploughs the field. Okay, very good. Then I want to know that where does the laborer works? In shops, in schools, or in industry or a factory? Can we say? Right. And who teaches us in a classroom? Who teaches us in a classroom? Yes, teacher. Very good, Atif. So, teacher teaches us in a classroom. Right. And farmer ploughs the field. Now, I want to know that who cares the children at home? Who cares the children at your home? Mother and father or parents. Very good. But if they are caring, you are not giving back anything to them. But the farmer is getting wages, the laborers they are getting wages, or the teachers also are getting the salary, right? Or the doctors they are also getting the salary. Why do all these people, it means farmers, laborers, or the teachers, or the plumber or the barber, why do all these people works? Yes, to earn their living. Am I right? Because caring is not economic. Oh, very good. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you so much, Atif. So now we understood that they are working for earning their living. Am I right? So I want to know that what do we call to the system in which people earn their living? What do we call to the system in which people earn their living? Yes, Noor, Amir. Is this non-economic or economic? What do we call to the system in which people earn their living? It means they are working for earning. What do we call to the system? Economic system? Can we call it? Am I audible, Niranjan? Niranjan? Okay, yes. Okay, so can you reply me, what do we call to the system in which people earn their living? Non-economic system. Okay. What is non-economic and economic activities? Yes. That in terms of wages or salaries. And in non-economic? So we understand that activities that is, in short we are saying that economic activities are do not for profit or gain. Very good, Nidesh. Yes. So we are saying that economic activities means that activities which is done for the purpose of profit motive, which is done for the purpose of economic gain. Am I right? And non-economic activities which is done for the purpose of welfare. Or why your mother is doing that work for you from the morning to night? She is not sleeping if you are not getting meal, or yes, that activity is not for the financial gain. Very. So why your mother is doing that activity? That I want to ask. Because she cares and she loves, or she has attachment. You are doing your help to your friends. Are you getting back something from him? No, because you have that affections and loves with your friend, right? So that activity which you are doing with your friend or helping, that is non-economic activities. Am I right? So today we will discuss about economic activities first. And I hope it is clear the difference between economic and non-economic activities. Is it clear to everyone, economic and non-economic activities? Okay. Now, I want to know that if we are classifying these economic activities, we have different criteria of classifications. On different basis, we are classifying economic activities. So, as we know that we are classifying economic activities on these three bases. The first is on the basis of nature of economic activities. Right? Nature. It is not writing very well. I don't know why it is not working, this whiteboard. But if I am pronouncing, if you are not understanding, you can ask. So, on the basis of nature of economic activities. Right? So, this is one of the classification. Another classification is that on the basis of nature or occupation, we are also saying, and the basis of ownership. Right? And another classification, one more classification is that on the basis of organization, nature of the organization. Right? These are the three classifications. But today we will try to understand that on the basis of nature of economic activities or nature of occupation. Under this, there are three kinds of economic activities, or the three kinds of sector that which we are discussing. That is primary, secondary, and tertiary. Let me share that another page where we can easily discuss. So, the first activity that is we have, that is primary activities. Right? It is primary activities. This is primary activities. So, what we are calling that primary activities, we are saying that activities which is directly related to the nature, that is called as primary activities, or activities that exploits a natural resource, that is called as primary activities. Am I right? Now I want to ask few questions related to that. I hope that today what we get in dining, can you tell me what was the item we get in dining? Please anyone switch on your audio and tell me quickly. What are the things we get in dining? Yes, pasta. What else? Upma. Yes, yes. Next. Sugar. Next. Yes, next. What else, Niranjan? Coffee. Next. Yes, next. Is there any other things that we have? Water? No, you are not recalling quickly. Can you? Yes, bread. We get also bread. Thank you. So I want to know that this bread, jam, and yes. So I want to know that how this bread came, or how we that bread available in that dining. It means from where that starts. Sir. So can you tell me from where it starts? Yes, farmer. How that farmer is, that what the farmer is doing? Or let me help you then. Can you tell me that name of that some natural resource? I am asking about that any name of that natural resource. Can you tell me? Coal is the natural resource. The major natural resource what we have in our surrounding, Niranjan? Agriculture. Yes. And river, pond, leaf, land. Right? Water, sunlight. we have. So can you tell me the name of some any activities which is directly related to this nature? It means land, sunlight, fishing. Yes, agriculture is one of that activity. Very good. So in agriculture, that there are many things coming, right? Can you tell me that name of that some any agriculture products? Rice or wheat? Yes. So I want to know that, yes, etc. I want to know that wheat, rice or pulse we are producing in this agriculture, right? Or that agriculture is directly related to the nature. But how these agriculture products that turned into finished products? For example, today you ate bread, jam or pasta, whatever. So how this bread that turned into bread, it means from where that bread comes? Barley, yes. But how this bread that turns from the wheat? From wheat to bread, what you did and how you will transform into bread. Now you got the wheat from the agriculture. Yes, secondary activities will help you to transform this wheat into bread. How? For example, if you have wheat, you will transform this wheat into flour with machines. That is secondary activities where you will do in that mill. And then after that, that mill will sell that flour into another company and that company will transform that flour into bread. Is this clear? So the activities which produce that wheat or in agriculture, that activities will come under the primary sector. Am I right? Yes. So can you tell me that some other examples of primary activities? Can you tell me some other example of primary activities? Tell me quickly. Yes, agriculture, forestry, these are the some example of primary activities, or we are also calling it as that primary sector. Am I right? And what about the secondary sector? What are the activities that which we are doing secondary sector, or what is this secondary sector? It's not properly writing, sorry for that. Let me start the typing of that. It will be better. So under the secondary sector, what is secondary sector or secondary activities? That activities which is related to transform the primary products into finished goods. For example, here we got the example of transforming that flour into bread. That is called as secondary activities. Right? Can you tell me some other activities related to secondary sector? Can you tell me quickly? Can you switch on your audio, CS Dev? CS Dev, can you switch on your audio? CS Dev, Nidhish, Niranjan. CS Dev, Nidhish, Niranjan. Am I audible? CS Dev, Noor. CS Dev, can you tell me any activities related to secondary sector or secondary activities? Can you give me any other example? Very good. Yes, sugar into sugar cane. Very good. Can you tell me any other example? Well done. There are many things that which we are. Yes, cotton to dress. Very good. Yes, please. Sugar into sugar cane. Yes, I know that. No problem. We will discuss. Sugar cane to sugar. That's all right. Yes. Next. Yes, you are right, Aman. Very good. Any other activities, CS Dev? Can you tell me what are the various activities, because I already told you the secondary activities means that activities which transform the primary goods into secondary goods. There are various activities in your surrounding. Can you tell me that from your surrounding? Yes, manufacturing. Very good, Aman. Thank you. Next. CS Dev, now can you tell me some other activities related to secondary sector or secondary activities? Real estate. Yes. This is the example of secondary activities. Now can you tell me that now you got that you finally produce some bread. Now how this bread will reach to the market or from the market to the consumer? Who will help to transform this real estate? No. Can you tell me how this bread will reach to the consumer? Once the producer will produce this bread, yes. Very good. That's great. Nice. So that is called as tertiary activities. What we are calling it? That is called as tertiary activities. What we are calling this tertiary activities? We are saying that activities which helps to the performing or which gives a support to the primary sector or the primary activities and secondary activities. That is called as tertiary activities. So in short, we are saying that activities which provide support to both primary and secondary activities such as trade, transport, right, or communication, as Nidhi told that. Very good. Can you tell me any other example that which you are using in your lab, which you are using in day-to-day life in this campus, which comes from the tertiary activities? Tell me at least 2 or 3 name of the tertiary activities quickly. Can anyone tell me quickly? Yes, very good. Well done. So these are the example of tertiary activities, right? Let's see that one table that I would like to show you. Is it visible? Is it visible to everyone? Aman, is it visible? So can you read it? What is the first point? Aman, can you read it? Aman, CS Dev, Aman, am I audible? Aman, am I audible? If it is not audible and visible, please let me know in the chat box. Noor, can you switch on your audio? Yes, can you read it this? Yes, any one of you can read. Yes, please. Yes. 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 So what we understood here, there are 3 types of classification. On the basis of economic activities, we are classifying into primary, secondary and tertiary sector. And we understood that what is primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. That means that activities which is directly related to the nature and which exploits the natural resource, that is called as primary activities. The sector is called as primary sector. And there are some examples like agriculture, poultry farm, forestry, fisheries, right? These are the example of primary sector. Next activities, that is secondary activities or secondary sector, that activities which transform the primary goods into finished goods, that is called as secondary sector. That sector is called as secondary sector. Activities is called as secondary activities. For example, that real estate, manufacturing of goods, that is called as secondary sector. Then we have tertiary sector. Under that tertiary sector, it actually provides a support to both primary and secondary. Let me ask that one question. That can you tell me that whether all these sectors are interdependent to each other? Can anyone tell me whether all these sectors are interdependent to each other or independent? Can anyone quickly reply? Whether these all sectors are, yes. Hmm. Yes. Can you elaborate more how the secondaries depend upon the primary sector? Yes, with the help of secondary sector. For example, I can give you that one example, that a sugar cane is produced by the farmer and the farmer is selling that sugar cane to the secondary sector. The secondary sector is transforming that sugar cane into sugar. Is it right? So in this way, that secondary sector is getting that help from the primary sector, and primary sector is also depend upon the secondary sector. Am I right? If the sugar cane will not supplied by the farmer to the manufacturing industry, sugar mill, then how they will produce that sugar? Is it right? Noor, CS Dev, Aman, are you getting? Now, in vice versa, that tertiary sector is also depend upon the primary secondary, and the primary secondary is also depend upon the tertiary. Without transportation facilities, they could not transfer that sugar cane to sugar mill. Without road transportation or the railway or through bullock cart, they could not transport. Therefore, they need that tertiary sector. And tertiary sector also depends upon the primary and secondary. Right? So, in this way, we can say that all these three sectors are interdependent to each other. Is this clear? Is this clear to everyone? Please let me know in the chat box, or you can switch on your audio. Is this clear to everyone? Okay. Now let's. So it is very clear that this all three sectors are interdependent to each other, and primary is depend upon secondary, secondary is depend upon tertiary, and vice versa. Can you give me that any other example of this dependency? Can you tell me any other example of dependency? Okay. I gave you that example that primary sector is depend upon secondary sector. How that primary sector is supplying to the secondary sector. For example, if secondary sector will refuse to take that sugar cane from the Indian farmer, then what will happen? They are saying that no, I will take that, I will import that sugar cane from abroad and it is cheap for me, so I will not take from the Indian farmer. Then what the primary sector will do? They will face loss, right? Is it right? Aman, CS Dev. Aman, CS Dev, Noor, Nidesh, Niranjan. Yes, so can you tell me that if the secondary sector is refusing to take that sugar cane from the Indian farmer, whether they will face the loss, primary sector will face the loss or not? Yes. So in this way, what we are saying that the secondary sector is, as they depend on primary, primary is also depend upon secondary. On just vice versa, the farmer may say that I will not sell to the Indian mill, sugar mill. I will sell my product to the foreign mill of sugar mill, either Bangladesh or Bhutan or Pakistan sugar mill. They are getting more price. So in this way, secondary sector is also depend upon primary sector. That is why we are saying that both are interdependent to each other. And of course, the tertiary sector is providing the support to these. So today we understand about basic economic activities, that the classification on the basis of nature of economic activities, or we are also saying that on the basis of occupation, right? The another classification that we will read in the next class on the basis of organization, that is organized and unorganized, and on the basis of ownership, that is private and public sector. Now let me ask that few questions. Can you make a list, or can you tell me 2 activities? Everyone please type quickly at least 2 activities from each sector. Please everyone type first activities from the primary sector. Everyone please type quickly that activities related to primary sector. Farming, very good. Next. Mining, yes. Fishing, very good. Sericulture, well done. Fishing, oh very nice. Thank you Nidish, Rohit. What about others? Hamza, Aman, Atif, Niranjan. Everyone please type quickly. Yes, now very good, well done. Now it's the time to type that answer of secondary sector. What are the activities will comes under the secondary sector? Whatever that it comes in your mind, please type quickly. Activities related to secondary sector. Everyone please type quickly. Aman, CS Dev, Noor. Aman, CS Dev, Noor, Hamza, Atif, Nidhish, Niranjan. Yes, please type secondary activities. Name of the secondary activities, Aman. What are the secondary activities that we have? Manufacture of steel, very good. Automobile production, very good. Cotton textile, yes. Very good, thank you. Now you have to type some tertiary sector activities or tertiary activities. Yes. Well done, Aman. Now type that, tell me that some tertiary activities. Activities related to tertiary sector. Health, transportation. Very good. Next. Next, what else? Only health and transportation will comes under the tertiary sector. Is there any other activities? Social work, banking. Social work, Rohit, can you tell me that is a part of economic activities? Let me stop. Yes, very good. Nidish, banking, education, everybody will come. I want to ask that whether this social work is economic activities. Anybody of you can tell me? Any one of you can help to Rohit Chetri? Business, yes. Noor, can you help to Rohit Chetri in understanding this, whether this social work is non-economic activities? So Nidish, can you switch on your audio and can you tell me why it is non-economic activities so that your friend can understand? Yes, please. Okay, well done, good. Noor, can you explain more about it? What is non-economic activities? Noor, am I audible? Yes, please. Well done, great. Activities which is not for the purpose of economic gain. It means it is for the purpose of social welfare, for the purpose of helping your friends. You are helping your friends not for the purpose of economic gain. You have the love and affection with your friends. Your mother is cooking from the morning to night, and not only cooking, she is caring to each and every member of the family. That is why your mother is considered as non-economic activities, whatever she is doing for you. Am I right? Let me ask one questions related to that. Do you think that whenever we are counting the national income that we read in the previous chapter, per capita income and national income, do you think that the contribution of women in India or the mother is considered as it includes in the counting of national income? Do you think that? whether we are including or not? And if we are not including, what is the reason behind it? Can you tell me, Noor? The contribution is done by your mother in each and every home that they are doing. They are managing each and everything. Whether it is considered in calculation of national income? Anybody of you, can you tell me? Okay, you don't know, no problem. No problem, that we will discuss later. But I want to tell you that this activities that is done by your mother, it is not considered in the counting of national income because it is non-economic activities, first reason. But the next reason is that we are unable to count her contribution. There is no measuring rod to count her contribution. Therefore, we are not including into national income. That we will discuss later in detail. So I hope that you understood about the overall idea of this chapter, that is what is economic activities, what is non-economic activities. Can you tell me that quickly, everyone, what is the example of economic and non-economic activities? Everyone please type quickly here in the chat box, what is economic and non-economic activities? Nidhish, Aman, Noor, CS Dev, Rohit. Everyone please type yes. Yes. So can you tell me that any example? Social work, yes. Charity. Can you observe in your surrounding, and what are the social works which you observe in your area that is non-economic activities? Can you tell me any example of that activities which you observe in your mother taking care of us at home? Economic activities done for reward. Very good, Noor, Nidhish, Niranjan. Did you see that a street light or park in your area, in your locality? Is it economic or non-economic activities? Is it opening of the park or building new park in your locality for the purpose of economic gain? Non-economic activities. Very good, very good. Thank you, Noor. Well done. Great. So whatever we are seeing in our surrounding, it may be economic, it may be non-economic. It depends whether it is done for the purpose of social economic gain or for the social welfare. Now I would like to ask that, is there any confusion in this economic, non-economic activities? Is there any confusion in the classification of economic activities on the basis of that nature of the work, that is primary, secondary and tertiary? Is there any confusion in these three? Is there any confusion, any one of you? No doubt? Is there any doubt? Okay. Now let's write your homework. It is for your homework and you will do in your home. Now, what you need to do that, after understanding this economic, non-economic and classification of economic activities on the basis of nature of the work, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. In the next class that we will discuss about on the basis of ownership and that is public and private sector, that we will discuss. Now let's write that, make a list of, write down in your notebook, make a list of or prepare the list of types of economic activities. Prepare the list of types of economic activities from your locality. Prepare the list of types of economic activities from your locality. Right? And you will also make a list of types of non-economic activities. All the list of non-economic activities which you are observing in your surrounding, in your locality. So you will prepare two lists. One list you will prepare for types of economic activities, it means primary activities, secondary activities and tertiary activities, right, from your locality. Second, you will write the non-economic activities in your locality. Clear? Thank you so much. Nice to meet you all here in this platform, and it was nice. I hope that I cleared that all doubts in this class. Is there anything that you would like to ask? No doubt. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day.